Speaking of...
I brought you more spoilers.
Oh, no. Oh, Nikki's here. Does that mean more werewolves?
It does mean more werewolves.
Yay!
And the first one we're going to start with is the new Grave Titan.
Grave Titan.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, this is Tovolar's Huntmaster. 4 green for a 6/6. Human werewolf with daybound, nightbound.
Expensive.
On its day side, when it enters the battlefield, create 2/2 green wolf tokens. And on its night side, it is a 7/7 that when it enters or attacks, you make 2/2 green wolf tokens. And you can pay 2 green to have another target wolf or werewolf you control fight a creature you don't control.
Blink, 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 blink.
Or lots of extra combats.
Lots of extra combats.
That too. But also Blink, and also Trostani, and also Trostani.
It's better Grave Titan in a color that can use tokens better.
Yes.
So, werewolf player.
Yes.
Like this?
I love it.
And for what reasons?
Making more wolf tokens, especially when it comes with, Tovolar and then his pack leader. It's gonna work. Just making a lot of synergies are gonna happen with these new werewolves. And combine them with some of the old werewolves and make it a lot better too.
I want this for a non-werewolf commander deck.
Me too.
Chatterfang.
Oh. No.
It makes tokens every time it attacks.
It doesn't matter. No.
I already have Grave Titan in there. I may as well have both. This is why everyone loves Chatterfang. Look at all these happy
four
faces.
People like Chatterfang.
Not everyone loves Chatterfang.
Well, you guys are allowed to be wrong.
And several people that don't. Moving on, next card that doesn't make me want to hate you more.
Could you hate him more, though?
Yeah.
Could you, though?
It's like my favorite boss ever. Oh, wait.
It's going.
Yeah, now it is. It was lagging. How do you guys feel about 5-color werewolves? Because we can do it now.
It's gonna be weird.
With Suspicious Stowaway. It's a 1 mana, or 1 blue human rogue werewolf 1/1. And it says it can't be blocked, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. It does what blue wants to do. Oh, and then you flip it, and it's green. Still can't be blocked, but now it's called Seafaring Werewolf, which is awesome, and that artwork. And when it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and you don't have to discard.
And it's a 2/1.
And now it's a 2/1. Yeah, you're right. I'm really bad at this. I'll get it eventually.
So, I think this is more aimed at me than either of you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
I play Simic. I like to draw cards.
I think werewolves should have stayed in the red, green, black category, but...
I like this because...
It's nice. I'm not saying it's bad. It is a good card. But I don't see 5-color werewolves really taking off just because this one card.
I know, but you could use this, but then you could use the blue for other things like drawing a card, because red-green does lack in drawing cards. But also on top of that, there used to be stories all the time about, if somebody that has lycanthropy or a vampire gets trapped on a boat and they're going and then it happens. They don't expect it to happen. And it being blue, they're stuck on a boat, is fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to put this in like every tempo Highlander deck that I've ever built, because it's just a 2-mana 1/1 that can't be blocked, and I'll eventually get there. And I don't have to cast spells on my turn, so I'll always have it on night side if I want it. Just keep hitting you, and I'll counter all your spells, and it'll be delightful.
It reminds me of that one blue creature that couldn't be locked from the last Innistrad set. What was it?
From the first one?
Yeah.
Invisible Stalker?
Yeah, Invisible Stalker.
Yeah. He had Hexproof instead, which was
okay.
a problem.
I like 1/1s that can't be blocked just because I think it's funny and cute.
But they can't be glued up.
Yeah. Unless you fix it.
Yeah.
Which I can do, because I run a lot of enchantments. kind of the enchantment queen of this household right here.
Elixir's not an enchantment. It's really good.
I know it's not an enchantment. It's an artifact.
Okay, then you said you were an enchantment queen.
I am an enchantment queen. Have you seen me enchantress deck?
No.
Yes,
Also,
you help me build it.
I did, didn't I? Not bad.
thing I just thought of.
What?
So in current standard, there's a blue-black rogues deck. And this is a blue rogue, and a lot of the rogue supports is in Zendikar Rising, which will stay in standard. So if the rogue deck continues to be a thing, this could very easily get on there.
But isn't this technically also green identifying?
Standard doesn't care about that.
Oh, that's right.
This is not-
Okay.
yeah,
I
it's
forgot.
standard.
I forgot. Alright? I'm stupid.
You're not stupid.
I just don't
You just don't
understand
play
the-
standard that much, dear.
Or at all,
Or
ever.
ever.
Yet.
You're excited?
I am very excited.
Oh, you want to tell me why you're excited?
It's not recording.
It's
It is.
recording. It's just
Slowly.
recording. And now you have to cut that out. You're making more work for yourself.
But anyways,
It's not a word. It's anyway, not anyways. There's no S.
anyways.
Continuing.
This is one of my favorite sideboard cards that I think should be in every format, realistically. This is...
Get a sideboard in Commander.
That's true. You get sideboards in real formats.
Like modern.
Shots fired.
And standard.
You want to try that again?
I mean, I do think this is playable in Commander, if that makes you
That's
feel any better.
fine. I mean, you want to, not talk crap about Commander for like 5 seconds?
Commander's not
Quit hating on
bad.
every single thing I love.
Commander's my favorite format too, but standard.
Commander's not my favorite format.
What is?
Oathbreaker.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think this is actually better in Oathbreaker, if that makes you feel any better.
It doesn't, but like also, you were saying.
This is Pithing Needle.
I like that word.
1 mana artifact. When it enters the battlefield, choose a card name. And activated abilities of sorcerers with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. So this is 1 mana, pick your thing doesn't work no more. It's really good at shutting down planeswalkers. In Commander, it's good at shutting down commanders with activated abilities, or commander planeswalkers. In Oathbreaker, it shuts down their planeswalker.
Basically, what he's saying is run artifact removal.
Sees a decent bit of play in Modern in the War of Invention card decks that can pull it out of the sideboard. I think it's going to be a really cool sideboard card to have in Standard. It'll finally be in Historic for the same Karn nonsense.
Yay.
Can't get wrong way.
I'm excited. I just think this card should be in like every Standard
I
format.
like the new art.
Finally, we have a card that doesn't have so much text on it that we can actually have flavor text. Woo! Yay!
This flavor text is dark.
I like it.
It's super dark.
I like it.
Especially if you know what pithing actually is.
Kind of.
This is the second card that I get to be super happy about. Yay!
Delver is back.
Yes. So, Delver of Secrets is blue for a 1/1 human wizard. Beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. You may reveal that card. If an instant or sorcerer is revealed this way, transform Delver of Secrets. And then on the back, he's a 3/2 flyer. So,
And suddenly an insect.
yeah.
Alright then.
So, this sees play in Modern and Legacy, and sometimes Commander by weird people. I don't think this card's good in Commander. 3/2 flyer isn't relevant. But, basically any format where it can see play except Vintage, that's a 60 card constructed format, it's usually pretty strong, and it's going to be in Standard and Pioneer now, which is very
It
exciting.
still says it's not legal there.
Well,
It's because it hadn't been printed yet.
Oh.
Next week.
next week.
But this is just really good in Spells Matters decks. They're usually called Delver decks in Modern and Legacy. You just play spells that cost 1 and 2 mana, usually some scry effects, burn damage. You try to kill them very quickly with a 3/2 flyer, or 4 of them, and Dragon Rage Channeler. And now I have both of those in Historic, and it will be so happy for me.
Not for everyone else.
No.
Just for you.
Very much for me. And this is one of my favorite cards ever. I have a Delver playmat that transforms. I'm so very much hyped.
If they could reprint any of the blue cards from the last Innistrad, or regular Innistrad, this is the one I'm happy that they actually reprinted. 'Cause I don't play much blue, but Delver is awesome.
You gonna try to throw the 3/2 in any commander decks?
No, not the only thing I could think that it would work in is Niv, and Niv is Wizard Tribal, so no.
He's a wizard on his front side.
Yeah, but then he's an insect, and it just doesn't work. Because the time that I would want to be attacking with him, and him being a wizard would matter, is he's no longer a wizard.
But he's a 3/2 flyer. That seems
I have
relevant.
5/5 and 4/4 and 6/6 flyers. I think I'm good.
See, just not good enough for commander.
Now, see, let me show you a dragon I'm excited about to put in Niv.
Because he's not a wizard, Harry.
Alright, now on the face of this card, it doesn't look like much, because it's, a 0/4 defender dragon egg. But for 1 and a red, it says, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of ember counters on Smoldering Egg equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. And you like random counters that don't mean anything outside of a card, so you should be excited about that.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped.
But then, if Smoldering Egg has 7 or more ember counters on it, remove them and transform it. And when it transforms, despite the fact that it's not a wizard, it is a dragon, it has flying, and whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, Ashmouth Dragon, which is the name of this, deals 2 damage to any target. Love it. Love it. Love everything about it. Love the art. Love the fact that it starts small and nobody thinks anything of it, and then you transform it. Love the flavor text. Love that it deals damage. Love everything about this card. Now ruin it.
Oh, I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm gonna play this in standard with Delver, and I'm gonna be so excited.
Alright, you ruin it.
It's a dragon.
It's a dragon. I'm not gonna ruin it.
Alright, cool. I like
love
when
it.
things that I'm excited about don't get ruined.
It's
Yeah,
it's
I
dragon.
mean,
That's my...
If I have a downside for it, it's probably not good enough for Eternal formats.
Yeah.
But not everything needs to be.
I have a question that I just thought of. Isn't there a deck that completely revolves around eggs?
The eggs deck,
Sure.
that's small artifacts that crack like eggs
Oh,
and then bring themselves back.
There's a commander that cares about eggs.
Oh, Atlaplani. Yeah. She does care about eggs, and when your eggs die, you get to do things.
Oh, so this won't work for that because normally those eggs die to transform, and this one instead just flips.
Yeah, if you never want to flip it to the Ashmouth Dragon, it technically works with Atla.
Yeah, I'm
I just don't think that's good enough.
Yeah, no, bad. See, I ruined it for myself. Go me. I'm good at that.
This is a really cool card, though. I am
do like
very
it.
excited.
I am as well. I like the art. It's a little dry for me. I wish there was a little more color. It looks very Skyrim-y, which I'm not really complaining about, but also Skyrim is not exactly what I want.
But you gotta think, Innistrad is really...
It's not that it's dark, it's that it's dull. They've got these
dull
pops of colors,
colors.
but the pops of colors are also dull, which is what's bugging me.
I see what you mean.
The
and I
bright
agree.
orange is not bright. His flame looks plain.
Yeah, and even where they're doing the pockets of fire along his throat
Right.
doesn't really pop much.
Yeah. Sorry, Simon. Sorry, Simon. That's what you get for having 2 first names.
Yeah. Cool card. Art's take it or leave it. I actually
Nice.
think the art on the egg is better though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
For sure.
Egg art is sweet.
it is pretty.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors.
Your strawberry banana...
Oh wait, we don't have any.
Yeah. Hi sponsor. She sponsored us with a drink.
You could be our sponsor.
Oh yeah.
Your ad here. I love the delicious taste of drink not labeled.
As if somebody couldn't tell from the red cap. It has to be one of two things.
Red soda. Alright, I have to kind of get into complaints time for a minute.
Oh,
No,
no.
you're not allowed to complain. Look at how pretty that art is.
I love the art. I love the card even. My complaint is the rarity. I really hate when chase removal spells for a set are at rare. Even when they're really strong, I just hate having them at rare. I get it's for limited most of the time, but it really feels like a pack grab. Like, crack these packs, get this cool rare. Woot!
That's
and
fair.
I get that, but I really hate when it's removal, especially removal. It's going to see a lot of standard play because it's going to make it prohibitively expensive for some people. And I think that, especially for standard, you need to be able to have your removal rant over.
Well, being that this card is being printed for this set for the first time, and we're getting more Innistrad, do you think they're going to print it in more Innistrad? Because it looks more like a vampire card than a werewolf card to me, and this is the werewolf set.
I don't see them reprinting a rare in the next set. I don't really see it happening, unfortunately. I think this is a really cool card. This is Bloodline Calling, 1 black instant. Choose one, target creature gets -5/-5 till end of turn, or creature tokens get -2/-2 until end of turn.
Which one of these do you think is going to get used more?
In 60 card formats, probably the -5/-5. In Commander, probably the tokens.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely what I'm getting it for. Unfortunately, most of my black decks are my token decks, so, like, I don't know, maybe? Because it doesn't say your opponents, it says creature tokens. So unless you're wanting to kill off your own tokens.
Yeah. I'm excited for this as a card.
I love the art.
I think it's really cool. I do really love that
The
art.
art is awesome.
I'm a little disappointed they had room for flavor text and didn't use it.
That's just because we have the borderless one. There is flavor text on the regular version. It's not translated, so I don't know what it is.
Disappointment.
Very. I'm sorry.
I'll see it eventually.
I do have a thought, though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I could see this seeing play as an instant speed sweeper in Modern if token decks ever pop up again as a real popular thing.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, it's been a few years, but I used to play black-white tokens in Modern, and all the tokens you made were like 1/1 soldiers, fairies.
Well, and then goblins are pretty popular.
Yeah. So this will be a really good sweeper for those token-based aggro decks and good wide decks.
Wreck them goblins.
I just don't know that it replaces things like Cinderclasm.
You know what this art makes me think of, though?
What's up?
The scene in Harry Potter with Sirius Black's wall, where it's the entire black bloodline, and then for some reason it just looks like a red-headed Bellatrix Lestrange to me.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Also, from story reasons, Olivia kind of is a redheaded Bellatrix some days.
Yes.
I have no idea who Olivia is, but okay.
Olivia Volderen is kind of a monster.
She is.
Also a vampire, so a literal monster, but
I'll have to do some research.
you should.
I like lore, I just haven't had a chance.
The next set is all about her wedding, apparently.
Her wedding?
Her
Her
wedding.
wedding.
Who's she marrying?
I don't know.
That's a mystery.
I have a hunch, but I don't know yet.
Alright, so this card already has a soft spot in my heart. It's a Bereaved Survivor, 2 and a white. Human peasant. But whenever another creature you control dies, transform her. Don't do it yet. Okay. The flavor text talks about Avacyn, and it took me way too long to realize that she does what my favorite Avacyn does. Now you can transform her. And then she transforms into Dauntless Avenger, and it says, whenever she attacks, return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. I'm a simp. Okay? I'm not a simp often. This card, I'm a simp. Go ahead.
Okay, so now I get to be the bad guy, huh?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you do.
So, I hate this card.
Why do you hate this card?
Hates everything I love. I tell you every single time. Everything. Everything I love
Everything?
hates. Except for you.
I hate this for one specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
It costs 3 mana.
Ah.
That's
Yeah,
fair. Yeah.
okay.
If
no,
this
I get
cost 2, I would be absolutely hyped, but the fact that it costs 3, and I realize it's so that you can't loop multiple copies into each other, but the fact that it costs 3 and it's only a 2-1 means that there's just going to be times when... Okay, so you play it on 3, you hopefully get it transformed before your next turn, and then it's attacking on your 4th turn and bringing back a 2-drop. That's really slow.
it. Yeah, but there are ways to like cheat that.
There are, but if you're already doing things to cheat your transforms, or
I meant the paying the mana cost.
there's better things to cheat your mana for then.
Yes.
I'll find a way to make it playable. We were just talking about building better versions of our first ever commander decks. Avacyn was mine. This is going in it.
I look forward to seeing how you make it work, because I am super unconvinced.
I'll make it work.
And he's not the only one. Sorry.
We're sorry. If it was a 2-drop, I would be
Yeah.
on board.
It was a...
If it was a white
One and a
drop,
white!
I'd be very happy.
It'd
but
be
like at the
better,
same
but
time, like,
no,
I
it's-
get it.
I feel like
Too
this card
light.
has the Stone Rain problem. At 2 mana, it's too good, and at 3 mana, I think it's not good enough. Kind of like how Stone Rain is too good at 3, but Demolish is unplayable.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
You figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
The internet will help me.
I look forward to it.
The internet will help me.
You figure it out.
And the internet will probably tell me I'm wrong, because a lot of people seem really hyped for this. I'm just unconvinced.
She's so pretty. I want a playmat. If there's not a playmat with this art, I'll cry.
I will give you, I love the art and the flavor text on both sides.
I'm a little disappointed about Sigarda because I could care less.
I like Sigarda.
I don't.
Alright, time for a card that I can actually be happy about again.
Yay! Happiness.
And I don't get to be mean to every card that we're going to show today.
You sure?
You haven't been. You were all fanboy for Delver.
Yeah, because Delver's good.
Sure, whatever. If you say so.
We have the Meat Hook Massacre, which is the most metal name for a Magic card that I have seen in a long time.
It's like that trend where you take a Magic card and make it a band name. This one.
It's already there.
They're death metal.
Wow.
And this is their album cover, and I appreciate
Oh, yeah.
them.
X black black for legendary enchantment and mythic. When it enters the battlefield, each creature gets -X till end of turn. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain 1 life. You seem to be a little excited over there.
Tesa, 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 tesa. Tesa, 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 tesa. Tesa. Tesa, tesa, tesa. Other things.
Netheroid.
Tesa.
Hear me out. Nethroy.
The other things, I said it. But also, Tesa. Unfortunately, Guild Wars is going to happen before this comes out. But other than that, Tesa. Okay, go ahead.
In 60 card formats, I think it is really cool for standard. Might have some combo application in like historic or something. I don't think it's actually good enough for anything further back than that.
I'm really excited to see the way that this pairs and synergizes with the other creatures that do this. Or with the creatures that do this, because it's an artifact, but like...
Enchantment.
It's an enchantment.
Enchantment. You knew what I meant.
I did.
Words are hard. I didn't read the card. Hard enough. I have a headache. I didn't wear glasses all day.
Yeah, I want to pair it with Massacre Worm and Massacre Girl.
Oh.
Ooh, just Massacre Ensemble.
Yeah, Massacre Girl Commander. She's a legendary creature.
I know I am.
We could just play Massacre Tribal.
No.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Do I have to build this now?
Yes.
Do I have to build this and show this off now?
If this
Yeah.
video ever reaches 100 likes, you're building it.
Okay. Yeah. If we can get this to 100 likes, I will build Massacre Girl, Massacre Tribal.
Yes. That's pretty up there. We haven't gotten even close to that yet. But we'll see it one day.
Yeah.
One of these days. We'll get there.
Should have said 10, but it's fine.
Alright. So now we have Memory Deluge. It looks at the top X cards of your library, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast the card. Put two of them into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library anywhere. And it has flashback for 5 and 2 blue.
And what was the original cost of the card?
2 and 2 blue.
It's the first time you're getting 2 cards, and the next time you're getting 5. No, 5.
So the first one you dig 4 deep and take 2. The second one you dig 7 deep and take 2.
Oh, you still only take 2?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
So the flashback makes it dig through time without delve.
Yeah.
And the first time is a slightly better anticipate, I think, at double the mana.
At least the art's pretty.
The art is super pretty.
Now, here's a question. If for circumstance reasons, let's say that someone is playing one of those decks that make your things cost more. Is that taxes?
Yep.
Okay. Someone's playing taxes, and this, for that reason, for whatever, costs you 5.
You will dig 5 deep and take 2.
You're still only taking 2.
It got a little bit better, okay?
I do like that if you have to pay more for it, it does let you dig deeper.
Yeah.
But if you reduce the cost, you dig less.
Right. This will probably go in my Niv for the reason that even taking those 2 is going to be helpful. Granted, I'm not drawing them, but I could still do some trickery with it.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a cool draw spell in Standard. I don't talk about Highlander a ton, but I think this is going to go into my favorite Highlander deck, which is Academy, which is just an artifacts combo deck, and it's mostly blue. This lets me dig to find my combo cards. I'm already playing Dig Through Time.
Yeah.
This is Dig Through Time that's not points.
I always forget that Highlander has that point system.
Yep.
2 points.
I'm too blonde for it.
Yeah, that's why we can play broken things like Tolarian Academy.
Yep.
You can tell that we worked hard today because this video is not very high energy compared to our other ones.
When I first saw this, I thought it was like modern playable, and I have softened on it considerably.
Yeah.
I was so excited for this. I was gonna like put it in Storm, do all kinds of combos. Then I was like, wait, if I reduce the cost, then it's bad. Well, not bad, but
less good.
Less good. You don't get to see as many cards.
Yeah, if I reduce it down to just blue, then it's blue draw 2 at instant speed, which isn't bad.
You get the 2 cards you draw.
Yeah, I would play 2 mana instant draw 2, but it's not as good as I want it to be.
No.
And for combo purposes, reducing the cost is kind of rough.
Yeah.
Cool card, cool art.
I do love the colors in that art. It's very
Art.
cotton candy.
Art is awesome.
Just my favorite. There's just that one face that's bothering me that I kind of want to just like erase.
Okay. This feels like a commander present wrapped straight in a box for me.
Of course it is.
This is Denick Pious Apprentice, white-blue for a 2/3 lifelink.
Oh, we love a low-cost commander.
Legendary human soldier. Cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities. Disturbed for 2 white-blue, which means that you can cast it from your graveyard transformed. And it will come back as Denick Pious Apparition. A 3/2 flying. Whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into graveyards from anywhere, investigate. This ability triggers only once each turn. And if you put it into a graveyard from anywhere, exile them instead. So, cool thing that you get to do with this as your commander. You can play him for 2 as the front side. And then when he dies, you can just put him in your graveyard, disturb him, make him come back as the flyer. And then if he dies again, or goes away in whatever way, instead of the if you'd put into your graveyard from anywhere exile, just put him into the command zone and then start again from the front side.
making clues.
Yep.
Nice.
So on the front side, he's good.
Graveyard dislike?
Yeah, he's good anti-graveyard, kind of a hate-bearsy thing. Then on the back side, he takes advantage of people trying to put things in the graveyard. Also, it says put in the graveyard from anywhere, so that also counts spells resolving.
Okay.
So if, like, on your turn I opt, then my instant goes to the graveyard, and I get to investigate.
Ooh.
Alright.
So this seems really good for a blue-white kind of, like, hate-bearsy spell-slinger type deck, maybe.
So, what kind of deck would you play it in?
He's going to be a commander, and I'm going to build around it. But I think I'm going to use it as kind of like a blue-white tempo-y control hate-bearsy type deck with things to stop my opponent from messing in the graveyard, stop my opponent from looking in their deck. I'm not going to play a bunch of the cost increaser hate bears like Thalia because I want to be able to use instants on my opponent's turns to get the investigate on his other side.
Right. So do you think he'll see play outside of being a commander? Or do you think that exile just kind of wrecks him?
Yeah, I think he's good enough for standard because he's a 2-mana 2/3 lifelink, which just fantastic stats. And also I think he's probably good enough for modern humans because he's graveyard hate at 2 mana, and that deck really wants to be 3 mana and lower.
Okay.
And it gives you a mana sink later with the Disturb if you need that. And a 3/2 flyer isn't nothing. Delver. So I think it's a really cool card, really well designed, and I really like it. Hey, wait a second. You're not my co-host.
No, it's a Mifa. Everybody say hello to Kitty.
I bet you like Delver. Alright, next up, we need to talk about the Planeswalker. We need to talk about Tefers.
Yay, another Tefers.
I think this Tefers is bad.
Yeah.
Why?
So this is...
Wait, we finally have a bad Tefers?
I do think this is... Yeah. So, Teferi who slows the sunset. Slays the sunset.
Teferi who slays.
2 white-blue for a legendary Planeswalker Teferi. 4 loyalty. +1. Choose up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, and up to 1 target land. Untap the chosen permanents you control. Tap the chosen permanents you don't control. You gain 2 life. -2. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And -7. You get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step, and you draw a card during each opponent's draw step.
Eva, how do you feel about that?
Unenthused.
She's unenthused. Don't like it.
So, my problem is that I think this is a Planeswalker with an exciting... The cat doesn't like this card.
No,
It has a really exciting ultimate, and we'll never get there because the plus and -2 are very bad.
Yeah, the only way that you're gonna get there are with the other ones that are like proliferate and add this many loyalty counters to this many planeswalkers. And
I mean, I say I don't like it, but it's going to go in my 5-color Planeswalkers deck because that deck plays Doubling Season and I can double the counters and ultimate immediately.
Right. Which is understandable.
immediately. Oh,
Yeah.
because 8. Yeah.
He'll start at 8.
Yep, my brain. Stupid.
But for a bit of a breakdown, other than that, the +1 lets you untap your stuff or tap your opponent's stuff, combination thereof. Unfortunately, when it's tapping stuff down, it doesn't lock it down. So in a one-on-one game, you can tap their creature to get through an attack or something, but it doesn't seem very good. The -2 is just anticipate, which is meh at best. It has no way to protect itself, unfortunately, outside of giving your creatures vigilance.
Mm-hmm.
Pseudo-vigilance. So I just think this is a very bad Planeswalker for constructed.
Right.
I think it's cool in Commander, and I'm glad that we don't have a Teferi that is gonna warp formats around it some more.
This is what we get for complaining about there not being a bad Teferi.
I'm cool with this.
God, you guys got me saying it now.
What?
It's Teferi, and you guys say Teferi, and now it's gonna bug me.
Tefers.
Tefers.
Teferi, because he's a fairy, and I'm happy about it.
But I will say the one exciting thing is that when this card got spoiled, there were so many memes calling him Soviet Teferi because it's our beginning step. Your untap and draw, our untap and draw.
Do you think this will get banned, just like the other one that let you untap all your stuff, like, all the time?
No, because we still have Seedborn Muse.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
The big thing with Prophet of Krufix is that it was also giving your creatures flash.
Oh, yeah, weird. That's fair.
I do like that this lets you draw a card on everyone's turn to kind of pair with the untapping.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good as a control card. I just never see how you're hitting that ultimate without counter doublers. There is one in Standard. I would be very excited to see somebody play this with Vorinclex in Standard.
Oh, yeah? It would be interesting.
I think that's super memey and probably not good enough, but it'd be really funny. I'd be real amused.
Really amused.
I think it'll still see play, because I think there are still people that will go through all of those +1s. It's not going to be great, but, like, life game players and just people who just want to mess with other people's board states for the heck of it.
Might be good in a control deck. Use it to untap a mana rock and a land to give you 2 mana for a counter spell or removal spell. It might be good enough. I'm just unconvinced.
That's fair.
It's definitely not format warping like some of the past Teferis have been.
Teferi.
Tefers.
Tefers. Good old Tefers.
Teferi.
But this is the only fair Teferi.
This card needs renamed. It is green stuff, doing green things. Augur of Autumn, 1 green. Human Druid. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands from the top of your library. Coven, as long as you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Green cards, doing green things, and it's a 2/3, which isn't great, but also green cards doing green things. Nikki, as a fellow green player, how does it feel?
I love it. I can't wait to put this in every green deck that I have.
Right! It just does all of the green things the green wants to do, all in one card.
Make my green things be better.
Yeah. And Kevin, you are sad because, oh, that's right, it doesn't matter.
My inner control player hates this card so much. It's so good.
What I don't understand is how is it a human, I guess Druid. Okay, never mind. I thought I read Dryad. Dummy. I'm stupid. I can't read.
I love and hate this card. It's really good, and so good that it makes me sad. Because I want to just counter your things. And if you're getting extra things, then I have to be sad.
It's a better Courser Krufix.
That's wrong. That's incorrect.
I had to put it out there to see what you would say.
No, that's incorrect.
But Courser Krufix won't let you play creatures from the top of your library.
But
this will.
It has landfall gain life, and is an enchantment.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't have landfall?
Yeah.
It doesn't have landfall, but it has landfall.
When a land enters the battlefield, game 1.
It has landfall without having the ability word.
I thought it was when enchantments entered the battlefield.
Nope. No, Courser of Krufix is a 3-mana 2/4.
Yes.
Yeah, but...
You play the top of your library revealed, you may play land on the top of your library.
That one, yeah. No,
Yeah.
forget that one. I don't like that one.
It's cool. I do. Played it
I
5 times.
took it out of my Enchantress deck for reasons.
It's okay. You're allowed to be incorrect.
You want to play against my Enchantress deck again?
Okay, let's go.
I'll
play
Voltron
Kalia.
I will Voltron you.
Anyways, on the topic actually at hand,
Anyways.
There's no topic written down here. That's cheating! You're writing it now! And you can't see it!
Topic.
At hand.
You should have drawn the at symbol. Anyway, back to the card. Kevin's wrong. Green is so happy, blue is crying. Okay, moving on. Last card.
I actually have some 60 card news for this.
Oh gosh.
I think it's going to see standard play. I think it's going to see modern play. And I think it's insane. I think I'm going to play it.
I think it's going in all of the land decks. I think that if my friend doesn't end up getting one for himself, I'll get him one.
Yeah. I am going to be playing this in 3-color midrange and standard. Because I was already looking at playing a werewolf-based deck in red-green with probably white. And they have lots of different powers on different sides. And Coven will be super easy to hit, which will let me cast more of my werewolves and kill people with Tovolar.
This coming from a man that did not like werewolves in original Innistrad.
That's because they were bad.
They were not all bad.
There's 2 good ones from the first Innistrad
What's that?
block. Mayor and Huntmaster, and that's it. The rest of them are garbage.
No.
Now who's getting off the topic at hand?
Last card we got, Malevolent Hermit. 1 and a blue for a 2/1 human wizard. You can pay a blue and sacrifice him to counter target non-creature spell unless the controller pays 3. And then he has Disturb for 2 and a blue, so you can cast him from your graveyard, and he will come back as Benevolent Geist. 2/2 flying. Non-creature spells you control can't be countered, and if you put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead.
As much as that front art creeps me out, I think they've just got a new plaything.
Yeah, it's a wizard on both sides.
That and
my things can't be countered. My things
your
can't
instant
be
storage
countered,
and stuff like that.
which is what Niv does.
I know.
I'm going to be playing this next to Glenelendra Archmage, which also counters non-creature spells. So, that'll be fun. I'm less excited about the backside, but it's going to be cool.
The art's actually kind of cool.
It is.
Because now he's benevolent.
I like
Before
it.
he was malevolent and creepy looking. And like you might want to keep your drink covered around him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will probably be sending this off to somebody that does like alterations and getting it changed. Because no thank you. Like that dagger, that's about it. Staff's kind of cool.
I think it's going to, for 60 cards anyway, I think it's going to see standard and historic play. I don't know enough about Pioneer to know the speed of that format for tempo decks. And I don't think it's good enough for modern and back.
No.
It's sweet in Commander, though.
Yeah.
This card's just going to be awesome. I love designs like this. Can we... Any Magic designers that may or may not be listening, give us 1,000 more things like this. And no more Throne of Eldraine. Ever.
I didn't like this either, so I just like Endor Fleet and that's it.
And but it.
That's not true. I really like the Brawl deck that they came out with that I turned into a Commander deck.
But
Sir Gwyn. And I really like Sir Conrad.
But anyways. That's all we got for you. If you guys have any other spoilers you want us to talk about, or want to tell me why I'm wrong about the 3-mana 2/1,
Or want to see him build a Massacre tribal,
feel free to leave it in the comments.
like this video.
Hey.
If you like Magic and you like bad cards, this is just spoilers, but check out other stuff and subscribe.
Bye.